Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with a bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2020 New York Yankees.
And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game? Stepping into the box, John Wiggins. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away.
They need you right here, kid. Drive something.
Line drive to left. Van Slyke will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. At the plate, Reggie Wolf.
Leading off for Seattle, catcher Reggie Wolf.
Drilled to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second. Ready for another chance, Doug Fung. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Doug Fung.
Let's go, kid.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. On the ground up the middle. Scooped up. He'll go to the bag for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0.
Come on, Daddy. Like
digging in for his second at-bat, John Wiggins. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Oh, he reached back at Townsend right there. I like that. Early in the count. Here it is, big fella. I know you're a good hitter, but I'm coming right after you.
In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His first homer so far in the series. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
Ready for another shot now. Rick
next for
Lopez.
Seattle.
0 for 2
Second
on his
baseman.
line thus far.
Rick Lopez.
Hey, let it rip one time.
Here it comes, 0-2. Runs up and gets this one down. Wiggins is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for Seattle. They're down 2-0. John Wiggins will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. In there, strike one.
See it, drive it. Let's go. Right here.
Walker gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, you can do it. No one bet. Let's go.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. Around first, he's digging for second. Around second, he's on his way to third. And a great start to the inning for the Bombers. It's a leadoff triple.
Yeah, and most guys that hit for the cycle.
Digging in to try it again. John Wiggins. He's got a homer and a triple to this point in the game.
Get your cake. Drive it.
Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game as they stretch the lead to 5-1. I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion. From the Bronx, MLB Network brings you baseball from Yankee Stadium. It's Game 2 of the ALDS between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Yankees. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Masahiro Tanaka will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, this guy's been a very good major league pitcher. I love the fact he's always solid. He doesn't complain. He wants the baseball. His career ERA is under 3.5. So I'm looking for him again to have another one of those outings.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Harold, what's the key for them today?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting third, first baseman, John Wiggins.
Get your pitch up there.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn two.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Marte. 2 down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. Ready for another chance? John Wiggins. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Here comes the first pitch. Hard liner to center field. Marte is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Yanks strand a pair. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on MLB Network as we're set for the top half of the 3rd from the Bronx. Striding in once again, Doug Fung, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Hey, any way you can, any way you can. Here we go.
Grounded to the right. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the tag too late as he's across to tie things at 1.
2 out, 2 strike.
Digging in to try it again. Reggie Wolf comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Push softly over toward the right side, and that's in there. So perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Didn't try to do too much with it. 2 strikes on him. He just fights it off and flips it into right field.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Starling Marte. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Full count. Here it comes. Smoke toward the hole, and there's his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, that's a tough one right there.
Here's J.D. Martinez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Martinez.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to 3rd. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in once again, John Wiggins. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He's through first and hustling for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing.
Digging in, Greg Bird. It was a walk in his last trip. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Hats off to that one. Now in the box, Ketel Marte. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Ketel Marte.
This pitch is popped up. Calling for it, Wiggins. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So only 1 hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half. The M's lead it 2-1. Digging in and looking for more, John Wiggins.
John Wiggins.
From the stretch. Bullet back up the middle. Marte is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Ready once again, Rick
Leading off for
Lopez.
Seattle, second baseman, Rick Lopez.
Ready on 0-2. Oh, what a stop. He's out. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. It's Game 3 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Mike Jones gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I'm curious about what's in the tank for him. Last game, he pitched deep into the game, pitched into the 8th inning and got the win. But back-to-back starts, I don't know if he has the stamina or not. We'll see if he can go as deep in this one as well.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I think the focus has to.
So coming to the plate, John Wiggins. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, he reached back and challenged him right there. I like that. Early in the count. Here it is, big fella. I know you're a good hitter, but I'm coming right after you.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Line drive to left. Well, this is right to him in left as he hardly has to move as he handles it for the final out. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. It's the Yankees 0, Mariners coming to bat. Back after this on MLB Network. Here's Starling Marte.
Batting second, center fielder, Starling Marte.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Hot shot to third. Fielded cleanly. There's one. On to first, and they turn the double play. Digging in, Doug Fung. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Hit to first. Wiggins is up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order. We are still scoreless. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager.
Third baseman.
Base is empty here with nobody out.
Seager.
Popped high in the air. Wiggins is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ready for another chance. John Wiggins. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Wiggins.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his 3rd home run of this series, and it gives the Yankees a 3-1 lead.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte.
The shortstop.
3rd inning here. 3-1 our score. Grounded to first. Scooped up to second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Striding in once again, Rick Lopez.
For Seattle.
Runner at first here, 1 man out.
Rick Lopez.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4. Wong is there. 1 there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Doug Fung. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Speared on the dive. It's in time. Oh, and that looked destined to be an RBI, but a highlight reel stab put an end to that thought. Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in and looking for more, John Wiggins. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Wiggins.
Into the windup and the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Hey, your pitch.
Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a solo shot here to left center field, his 2nd of the game, and it'll give the Yankees a 4-2 lead.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, John Wiggins. He comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line.
See it, drive it. Let's go right here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Here's the 0-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Pham is on his way home. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the post.
Digging in to try it again. Doug Fung. 3 runs, 9 hits. And no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. 1 run scores. The tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. Ready once again, Reggie Wolf.
Number 3, Reggie Wolf.
Here's the 0-2. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. There's 1. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. Ready for another shot now, John Wiggins. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Marte going back. Gone to lead off the inning. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 3rd home run of the ball game, and it's now 7-4.
Wow, talk about a man rising to the occasion. If this team rolls through the playoffs, I think he just made a convincing case for the MVP. Sure, it's only 1 game, but that's his 3rd homer of the game, and we're not done yet. This is the kind of stuff. Man, facing Chapman is not for the faint of heart as he unleashes fireball after fireball. Gets the final out here and another save. What a weapon Chapman is.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Seven to 4 is the final. Well, it's a cold night in Seattle, but at the very least, the roof will be shut to shield us from some of that. It's Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners. It's Game 4 of the AL Division Series. Next. Stuart Duke will do his best on the mound to keep his team alive here in the division series. Harold, what do you got?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Batting third, first baseman, John Wiggins.
Hey, needs you right here. Needs you.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. Copeland rounds the corner and is headed home. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason. You talk about him.
Batting fifth, catcher, Reggie Wolf.
Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Step on the bag for one. On to first, and they get the double play. Trying to pick things up where we left off. John Wiggins.
John Wiggins.
Hey, get ahead right here.
Line drive to center field. Martin is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. And with 2 gone now, let's take a look at our up-to-the-minute playoff tree. And you can see the Indians are already resting, having won their division series matchup, as they'll wait on the winner of this one. Ready for another shot now. John Wiggins, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
I'm looking forward to this at bat right here, Matt. 2 outs, bases empty, and you got the power guy at the plate. He's going to let it fly. He must. I guarantee you he will.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap, but that'll hit off the wall in left center. Around first, he's digging for second. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
This thing stays in the park, but let me tell you something.
Ready for another chance? John Wiggins. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 5 of the American League Division Series between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Yankees. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners starting lineup. Harold, what's the focus for this lineup as they look to lock up the division series? Ready now, Doug Fung. Runners on first with 1 down.
Fung.
Ground ball right side. And that's through for a hit. Throw into third. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason.
2 down now. Batting third, first baseman, John Wiggins.
Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone. A home run. Solo shot to right center. His 6th of this series as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. John Wiggins.
John Wiggins.
First pitch of the at-bat. A high fastball is in there.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Left fielder really never had it.
Digging in and looking for more, John Wiggins. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His 2nd home run of the game. As they pull even, it's 6-6 now.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Leading off for the Mariners, first baseman, Doug Fung.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground to first. And that is through into right field for a single.
Well, here he goes again. Here's that guy. Leadoff base hit. He's having
ready for another shot now. John Wiggins. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Wiggins.
And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1.
Well, both starters are out of the game, but you know, it's so different today. Now you almost want to get to the bullpen before you...
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Marte going back. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya. So a solo shot here to left center field. His 3rd home run of the ball game, and that'll pull him into a tie at 7-7.
Wow, talk about a man rising to the occasion. If this team rolls through the playoffs, I think he just made a convincing case for the MVP. Sure, it's only 1 game, but that's his 3rd.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Wiggins. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know, you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple of runners on base, but not here. That was 2 good fastballs to take control of the bat.
Now a swing and a drive to center field. Back is the center fielder. Did he get enough of it? He did. Ball game over. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Well, they know their work is nowhere close to being finished, but they've handled their business so far, winning here to punch their ticket to the ALCS and a possible trip to the World Series. Well done.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, guys, it seemed like every time he swung the bat, it was hit somewhere hard. He winds up with 5 base knocks in the game, and you don't see that too often. Without question, a standout performance.
Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew. This is Matt Vasgersian. This has been the AL Division Series.